Hello parents, in this slideshow I'm going to be doing a little run through of myself so you guys can better understand me as a teacher, understanding different things like my disciplinary plans, how my routines look in the classroom, a little bit about me, my goals for your student, my teaching philosophy, and so much more. I hope that by the end of this presentation you feel more confident with having your scholar in my class and you feel comfortable enough to communicate with me at any time. My name is Miss Mendez, and I will be your child's first grade teacher for the academic year of 2025 to 2026, and I am so excited to get started. We're going to go ahead and jump in and go over my teaching philosophy. So my teaching philosophy consists of believing in nurturing the whole child. That means not just looking to help your child grow academically, but how can I help them grow physically, mentally, emotionally to make them a better person overall. So just like every single aspect of themselves and considering this when I'm also educating them. Learning is student-centered, hands-on, and meaningful. So this means that I'm going to constantly be moving my instruction around to better center and target your students' needs and wants. This means I'll constantly be doing things like progress monitoring to figure out if my instruction is working, if it's effective, and figuring out ways I can tweak it, even asking for feedback from your student to see what they need and how I can best support them. Making sure that everything that I'm doing is meaningful and it has a good impact and a positive impact on your scholar is also number one to me. I also believe that every child is capable and deserves a safe, encouraging environment to explore and succeed. I'm a heavy believer in a student will only flourish in an environment that pours into them, meaning that I'm constantly finding ways to support them, make them feel like they matter, they belong, and like they're a part of the classroom, not just experiencing it. So, a little about me. So, in terms of my education, I have a BA in liberal studies, I have a master's in teaching English as a second language, and I have my multi subject teaching credential that I can't wait to utilize to help educate your scholars. So, I have an abundance of experience in the field, and I can't wait to use all of these. Experiences to help me better serve you and your child in the classroom. My hobbies consist of hiking, the gym, trying new coffee shops in my free time. So my why, that's why I became a teacher. I first started in education to help support students of all different backgrounds and levels, believing in them and pushing them for the best, especially for those students that don't have many people in their corner. Even if they do, I think it's really important that as a teacher, we're their biggest supporter in the classroom and encouraging them to always push for better. And a fun fact about me is I'm a middle child of all four girls. So my progressive discipline plan, first I want to focus on positive reinforcements within the classroom. So figuring out how I can positively reinforce good behavior. So this could be like praising a student when they do really well, or like let's say I ask all students to slant and I see that your child is slanting, I'm going to say, oh, look at so-and-so, they're slanting. Let's match their energy and also slant, or pointing out, when they talk in complete sentences, things of that nature. Or rewards, like I know like a sticker chart, like if they can get a certain number of stickers we can earn like a pizza party or things of that nature, motivating them to want to do better for themselves as well as like the whole in terms of the class, emphasizing on that community. I will also be making sure there are clear expectations of what I want of your child in the classroom and what I don't want. Consistent routines to help push for these expectations to be clearly met, and also communicating these expectations with family so it's clear what is expected of your child in the classroom. I also will be using logical consequences when rules are broken, teaching reflection and accountability. So, obviously in first grade, mistakes happen, it's okay, it's normal, it's expected, but teaching them to reflect on it and taking accountability and how can I do better? Giving them that moment to really reflect on it and making a plan so we can do better. And communication with parents for ongoing support. So in scenarios where I feel like I've tried the positive reinforcement, I've stated clear expectations, and then I'm having to actually implement a consequence, I will be reaching out to parents just so you're aware, and I will be clearly stating what I've already done and what's working, what's not working, and we can come together to support your child's success in the classroom. So, your role in the classroom. Parents, I see you guys as partners in learning, supporting your student at home, communication via Parent Square at any time. You can reach me anytime on Parent Square. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I will be giving regular updates through newsletters and emails or virtual conferences. If you ever want to get in touch with me about your child or just anything in general, like I said, don't feel like you can't communicate with me. There'll be a monthly newsletter with important dates and reminders. So if we have like a field trip coming up or moments where like you guys can volunteer, I will definitely be including it in the calendar, and it'll just be of each month. You'll get it on the first of the month, and then it'll just be. And if you have any questions, again, always reach out. I highly encourage volunteer opportunities or participation in class projects. So if you just want to come in the class and offer your support, just communicate with me so I can get everything squared away in the front office and we can make time for you to come in. It's definitely appreciated. For different events we have as well, I will be giving out the monthly calendar, so you'll be able to see, and I'll put like how many parents can sign up and like what those duties look like. And my goals for your students. So academically, the goal is, of course, to master first grade standards, the development an understanding of critical thinking, creativity, and developing that independency. I know in first grade we're just coming out of kindergarten, so it's really important to me that we develop those independent skills to do things on our own academically, even if it's just turning to a page in our book or learning how to write independently. Those things are one of my top goals for your students. Social and emotional goals would be collaboration, self-confidence, and resilience. We're just coming from kindergarten, so it's really important that we master these to be able to be successful in later grades. And personal goals, I want your students to become lifelong learners. They want them to be curious about learning, the growth mindset so that they're constantly evolving, and then the love of reading. First grade is when we really begin reading. I know in kinder they do a little bit, but in first grade we really hone in on it, and I really want to develop that love of reading for them so they can carry it with them throughout the rest of their educational career. So how am I going to be supporting cultural differences? I will be celebrating diversity in the classroom with using diverse materials, stories, and activities, encouraging students to share their cultures and traditions, and also including that in lessons or making that a project where students can reflect on their own culture and share it with the class, and just making them feel like they belong. I will also be making it a point to connect with families to learn how to better support their student based on their backgrounds, and just asking if there's anything that I should know to help to better support your student. In terms of classroom routines, there's going to be morning meetings, so warm up to help build community, set the tone for the day, clear transitions between subjects to make it clear what's expected and how we should be moving in the classroom, a daily schedule that balances academics, that's all of our core instruction, creativity, movement, and reflection, and then of course the consistent procedures for materials, homework, and behavior. So collaborative and cooperative groups, small groups, or pair activities to promote teamwork. I'm going to assign roles so that students can feel a sense of pride or a sense of importance in the classroom. It also helps to improve their sense of responsibility. I also will encourage peer feedback and problem solving together. So we're working as a community. For technology, using interactive lessons with tablets, smartboards, or online resources, digital tools for reading, math, and research, things of that nature, or virtual collaboration that could be like on things that we're doing on the Chromebooks or other things of that nature where they can, interact with each other, like compete in different things. Like I know Prodigy is one that will be fun, or like Kahoot. So how will I be making an inclusive classroom? I'll be using differentiated instruction to meet varied learning needs, flexible seating. So if your student is more of a student that prefers to have a cushion in their seat, asking them what they need, visuals, manipulatives for all learners to better connect to their understanding, and fostering empathy, kindness, and respect within the classroom. So it's not a rule, it's just the norm, and ensuring all students feel valued and capable. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation. I truly can't wait to work with your scholar. Again, if you have any questions, I'm always available via Parent Square, or if you want to stay after and ask questions, that's of course more than welcome. I really can't wait to begin with your scholar and help them grow. If there's anything you want me to know, or if you just want to have a conversation about what this year looks like, of course, reach out to me at any time. Thank you.